Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Blake the Great, and today I'm going to show you how to make a gut-wrenching, emotional indie rock beat. Let's go ahead and pull it up in FL Studio. Alright, so now that we have the FLP pulled up, I'm going to play a snippet of the beat, and then we'll get right into the breakdown. Now the first thing you want to do is just find an emotional, crazy sounding guitar melody, and you can make your own. I'm just not as well versed in the guitar yet to be able to make my own, so I just had to use one for my boy Sadpra, super talented sample maker. For the effects, I just threw on RC20 to make it a little more spacey, and I also have a limiter on that I connected with the kick, which I'll show later, because I have the kick sidechain to the melody. Alright, so starting off with the drums, the most important thing here is sound selection. Now, I would advise looking up some type of organic style drum kit, realistic indie rock style drum kits on Reddit or any drum site that you can find drum kits on, because what we're trying to emulate here is like someone playing actual drums, not only with the sound selection but also with the mixing. So first off, I'm going to play the kick and the snare. So this right here, I have the snare pulled up, and as you can see, I do have the main snares, and these snares are pretty traditional for even like hip hop and trap music, but I ended up using these cadence snares, pitching them up and down, and also messing with the velocity right here, and also the panning, because whenever a drum player has their drum set, they have snares on the left or on the right. Panning the snares makes it sound much better in the headphones, and instead of it just hitting on one spot. And also throughout the arrangement, I have different snare rolls to emulate that feel. Here's one of them. And again, the panning left to right here, and also the velocity changes helps make the sound way more realistic. All right, so onto the percussion. Now I have a couple hi-hats playing, but here's the first one that I have laid down. Simple two-step with just the velocity changes, but then I added another hi-hat under that. I feel like these hi-hats really play well off each other, and it keeps a nice groove to the beat. Alright, so now on to some crashes. Now here's the first little crash sequence that I laid down. Now, on the same line of thinking that I was talking about with the other sounds, I'm messing with the velocities. I have these much lower to make them not as loud, because crashes can be really harsh with the high frequencies being so strong. And as well with the panning, I have the crashes panned left and right. Like think of a drummer. They're going crazy. The crashes could be over here, and you really hear that in the headphones, and that's what I'm trying to implement right here. I have this crash on the 1. And I also have this reverse cymbal sound that I use in different parts of the arrangement as a transition. I feel like you can add a lot of emotion to a track with the arrangement. Now with the beginning, just with the intro, I have the whole volume automated to where it starts so super low and then slowly climbs up. And then whenever it reaches its maximum point, it's when that crash has that nice soothing sound going right into the beginning of this part of the melody. And then I have the drums cut, and they come in at a certain time, a little bit delayed, and it makes this really cool effect when you play it. Now onto when I was talking about sidechaining the kick and the melody together. Now there's so many ways that you can sidechain. There's different types of effect plugins you can use, but I'm using the Fruity Limiter. Now there's a lot of indie rock beats that I love, like Flying Fish, if you know that artist, that really sidechain the melody and the kick super crazy. But in this track, it's more of a subtle feel. These are the main knobs to focus on whenever you're sidechaining. You can have the threshold way down, and it can make the kick and the melody sound really crazy. But I have it more in this range because, I just wanted to have it more of a subtle feel to make the kick sound a little bit just different in the mix. And as you can see on the mixing board, I have a lot of things panned left to right, because as I'm saying, one of the most important parts in making these drums sound realistic is making sure that your mix is full in the headphones, in the speakers. Now here's what all the drums sound like all together. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you for watching. And yeah, we'll be back with the next one. All right, y'all have a good one.